I'm Aubrey Masters, part of the Dream Center of Lake Elsinore, and my husband Brett and I started Dream Center about 7 years ago, and just felt like we wanted to take the church outside of the four walls and into our community. We felt like the church is a great place for people to get healed and connect in, but there are so many people in our community who are never going to walk into the doors of a church. I started following Christ because I had incredible parents who were faithful to God and was set up with a legacy of faith. And my parents worked for InterVarsity Christian Fellowship, and I saw their faithfulness on the campus and the ways that they interact with the students, and I saw the students' life change. I would have them come over to our house for parties, and they would share their testimonies. You could see the before and after of their lives, how God was working, and you also saw this light that went on in their eyes when they found Jesus, and I thought, that's what I want. I want that light in my eyes. I want to live a life for Jesus, and so that really set me up to follow Jesus for the rest of my life. And as I got into college, I really fell in love with the local church. It really sparked the love of the local church for me. And then I found the Free Methodist Church through Kelly Swayfer and the Center for Transformational Leadership. I was an intern, and I got placed in Lake Elsinore at the Lambs Fellowship. I'm from Bakersfield, and so I thought, a Southern California internship, this is great. I'm going to be at the beach. I saw the Santa Barbara Free Methodist Church and the view of the ocean. It's like, yes! And then I went to Lake Elsinore. I was like, what is this place? I found Bakersfield in Southern California. But I just instantly fell in love with that community, with its people, and got a real passion for Lake Elsinore. And so we started in the most impoverished, most broken, darkest place in our city. Was a city park where all the prostitution and homelessness and drug activity was centered, and we said, perfect, let's start here. And so we planted ourselves there, and we mapped a 3-block radius around the park, and we just adopted that area. So we just started finding and filling needs, and that really launched Dream Center, and it became so big. There were so many needs that we uncovered as we did this that we had to start a Dream Center and find a facility, and since then it's really exploded. Every week we're on the community meeting needs, forming a relationship, and speaking into people's potential. Because really what we found is that poverty is not just a lack of material things, it's a lack of healthy and helpful relationships. And so what the church can bring to our community is healthy and helpful relationships. People who come alongside and say, you were made for more than this. God's not done with you. He doesn't create junk, and you are going to get to experience the dreams that God has placed in your heart. And it's amazing as people come alongside you how your life changes, and we've seen that in our community. It's not like we go in and fix everything, but we bring relationship and faith in the Spirit of God and calling out of their potential, and their lives start to change. When I found the Free Methodist Church, I thought, oh my gosh, this place exists? I think I've been a Free Methodist my whole life, but I didn't even know it. I think that's a common experience of people who find Free Methodism. And I felt like it was university in a church for me. It was people who cared about justice, people who cared about freedom, but weren't off pendulum swinging away from truth and from Scripture, right? And that's hard to find sometimes. And so that value of via media for me is huge. Being able to hold the tensions, right? So you see things like love and truth, and a lot of times in our culture, those are distant from each other. You're either a loving person or you're a truthful person. But with Via Media, and we see Jesus practicing this, you're able to hold the extreme balance, the tension of both of those, and say, I'm not letting go of any truth, and I'm also not letting go of any love. And I think it informs our theology to be something that offers a lot of balance and allows us to walk in holiness. One of the other things I really appreciate about the Free Methodist Church is the safety, the accountability, the systems, our polity, the structure. I was just listening to a book called Honor by John Bevere, and he was talking about how these places where we don't have authority over us, these are spaces where there's a lot of hurt that can happen, there's a lot of damage that can be done, and so the authority and the backing and the accountability that we have through the denomination, I think, is vital for keeping our churches healthy and for keeping our leaders healthy too, and really bringing health to our congregations. And so I really value that within the Free Methodist Church, and think that it's something that makes us better and stronger.